insights or update on how the market has been performing. And Lina is in studio this morning. Lina, good morning.
Morning, David. How are you?
I'm great. It's Monday, but the energy is still on.
Yes, it's still there. Yes, we had a good week last week, so it's good for me. Hope it's good for you.
Indeed.
So to our viewers, once again, thank you for staying tuned, and we're so happy to stay following us consistently through all these updates, and you engaging with us through all these updates. It's been good. It's been good to see that people are interested in the stock market and want that to continue. So last week's numbers. Remember the previous week had a short week, right? Because of the holiday when we were reviewing the other week. But last week, big surge, a very big surge, turnover 106 million kwacha. Huge.
Okay, it's huge.
So that's like almost like a 500% increase from the previous week. So it was largely driven not by the retail side this time, but institutional investors. So institutions came to the party last week. They were trading some. So it was also interesting to see that volume also jumped. So the shares which were traded were 5.9 million shares last week. So the previous week we had about 850,000 shares. Now imagine now these are 5.9 million. Huge jump from the previous week. So there was some big trading activity last week. So CEC led the way this past week, contributing to that, that big turnover of 106. They contributed 85% of that. That was just in CEC. And then on the volume side, they were 68% of the volume. Zanaco also then was the next best with 8% contribution to the turnover and also 20% to the volume on the exchange last week. So those are the two top stocks which moved. Going to the all share index. So remember, we're moving higher. So we're almost at the 21,000 point mark. Almost. So we ended the week on 20,943.818 points. So we're almost there. So get your trading ready today. We need to get past that 21,000 point mark. So this is a gain of 2.43% from the past week. So again, the big pushers of this index. Remember, the index moves on price gains and price depreciations, depending on which way the market goes. So last week, CEC rose by 6.38% in terms of share price, so it grew. It closed at 23 kwacha last week. Then on the downside, it was the only one, by the way, the only stock to gain last week. On the downside, Zambif dropped by 4.52% to 1 kwacha 90 ngwe. And then Puma also saw a slight decline of 0.22%. So it was, some of the stocks went down last week, the two, but overall I think it was good for the market. There's activity. Let's not lose that momentum. We can carry the same momentum into this week, particularly on the retail side. We saw the some institutional investors having some activity last week. Well, there's opportunity.
There's opportunity.
Big time. So let's get to it. I think we can increase that 106 million. Let's make it higher this week. And have you opened your account? You've opened your account, David, right? That we know. You know, every week I'm going to ask you this question. I know you've opened the account, so
Okay, yeah.
All I want to know is if we've traded yet.
Well, I think me opening an account, I think it's a huge step. I mean, look at the numbers.
No.
Look at the numbers.
Once you've opened the account, then you still need to trade. Then you can contribute to the 106 million turnover. Then you can contribute to the 5.9 million shares that were traded.
No, we're heading there. We are heading there. I don't want to let you down. And this is national TV, so
I'm very aware.
I don't want to let you down. I think by the end of the day, I just want to have I don't know. Maybe you can advise me on when should I start, investing, or when should I start buying shares?
Well, there's a very common saying which goes, the best time to invest was yesterday, but the next best time is now. So essentially, there's no delay. We keep advising also parents, for example, parents who have young children, to say, look, you can invest for your child. You can literally open an account. It's pretty much their account, but you hold it in trust of your child. And once they hit 18, then they can run the account by themselves. It's theirs. It's no longer in care of the parents. So, there's so many options here in that even a child who is probably, who is very young, who don't have an NRC or whatever can even have an account. Their account held and controlled by the parents first. So you can start as soon as, so opening account, yes, is the first step, but I mean, David, just 20 kwacha, put it in your mobile money, let's
okay, no, I mean that's a heads up, so we'll do that.
That's good. So next week, I'm sure I'll hear more from you.
Indeed, you
All
will.
Right. That's it from me, David.
All right, you are still tuned into Millennium TV. Do be part of the conversation by commenting where you're watching us from and what's on your mind this morning. It has been a Lucy Stock Market Update with Lina. We do take a short breather. We'll be right back.